good, y'all? You know, it's your boy Dev. Please ain't. Yeah, man. Today, J.Cole. He announced his album yesterday. If y'all don't follow me on Twitter, I did a little skit on it. It was not even a skit, bro. It was really just how I was feeling, man. And then, you know, people was fucking with it. But if y'all don't know, man, J.Cole is probably my top 3 favorite rappers ever. Number 1, number 2 is Lupe, Andre 3000, interchangeable. And, you know, well, 3 and 4 is interchangeable as well because it does go Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, just depending on the mood that I'm feeling. You know, but on a relatable level, I think J. Cole is the one that actually speaks to me the most because basically everything J. Cole raps on is stuff that I've been through. If y'all don't really know, man, like I put my personal life out there, but I don't really throw everything, you know, to the fire. But I've been having a long week, as y'all seen. I haven't really uploaded videos. I've been kind of just keeping to myself. You know, been really just lacking motivation on this YouTube shit. You know, actually contemplating quitting. And I know a lot of people would say, "Why would you do that?" Because you know, you're one of the top album reviewers and whatnot. And you know, it's cool. It just gets a little tiring, and you know, when you don't see results after you feel like you're kind of grinding, you know, it kind of hits you and, you know, kind of like takes your wind out. But then, you know, J. Cole announced his album. I got motivated because, like I said, man, good music can always shift the wind. You know, like I said, when me growing up, you know, artists like Lupe Fiasco, you know, he got me through life, you know, like, you know, when I was feeling down, you know, trying to get through teenage mood swings, you know, I would throw in a Lupe Fiasco on the Walkman CD player and, you know, I would walk. That's exactly what I do. But enough about me, man. This is about J. Cole, man. His album, K.O.D. The only K.O.D. I really know being from Miami is King of Diamonds. But apparently a lot of people are speculating it's going to call King of Dreamville, Kids of Dreamville. I couldn't think of any other ones that he could possibly come up with. Whatever it is, I'm figuring it's going to be something that he feels truly strong about. The thing about J. Cole for me, man, is For Your Eyes Only was probably his worst album to date, at least for me on a relatable level. Yeah, I understand it was a whole storytelling album. When I say worst, y'all gotta understand, when I say worst, I'm not saying it's bad. Like, you gotta have a bad album, all right? Like, from start to finish, there has to be a bad. Like, that's like saying, what's Kanye's worst album? I feel like Kanye didn't have a bad album, but something has to be at the bottom. With King Cole, I was about to say King Cole. What y'all gotta understand, man, this For Your Eyes Only, J. Cole kind of took a hiatus. He kind of took a step back. He was trying to figure himself out. What is he actually in the rap game for? What is he doing it for? What is his actual purpose? If you watched his interviews, he was trying to find himself because, yeah, he made great music, but he felt like it still wasn't enough. He felt like, what was his actual reason for doing it? You know, there's a bigger picture to it. And For Your Eyes Only, he told his story, and I felt like it just kind of lacked production for me. You know, it kind of got a little repetitive. Obviously, we had hype tracks like Immortal, but then like tracks like Folding Clothes, like that wasn't a personal favorite of mine. I'm sitting there like, he's really rapping about folding clothes. But For Whom the Bell Tolls, that intro, his intros have been fucking fire for like the past 5 albums, man. And even right here, you know, he has a track list intro. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be fire. I'm looking at it right here. How many tracks is it gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 tracks, man. That's what I love about J. Cole, man. Like, he gets straight to the point. You know, other than like Born Sinner, you know, he's kind of kept it relatively short, you know, getting straight to the point. I think the tracks I'm really looking forward to right here is Motivate and Kevin's Heart. It might be Kids of Dreamville. That's why I think the album's actually going to be called Kings of Dreamville, because, you know, he had in the album cover, you know, he's a king, he has a crown on, and then the kids are under him. So I can see why people are speculating that's what it would be called. I just don't understand why there's so much Cole hate. It kind of baffles me when I hear Cole being hated on so much. And I feel like he's just that artist of our generation that people are just going to hate because they need to find that one artist that is just top. But he's like, why is he top? I don't understand. The man has literally not made music. He's only been doing features in like the past year and a half. And his features have been fire. He's been very aggressive. He's been very lyrical. That Pablo Boat, oh my God, Pablo Boat, he really came in there. You know, his cool, laid back rapping style. He knows how to still be lyrical at the same time being cool, if that makes sense. A lot of people, including my friends, they say that J. Cole is an artist who's rather boring. His production team is weak. I do agree with that. His production team can be weak at points. But you gotta understand the thing that J. Cole grew up on 90s hip hop. Alright? He's not coming here with the blicky you know, that's not him. Alright, that's not what he does. He tells stories, and there is times where he can be a top lyricist, like, you know, he is capable of it. And then there's also times where he can be straight up Big Sean corny. I mean, you know, everybody has their moments. I think the thing for me that I love about J. Cole, if you wanted to ask me, like, why are you a J. Cole fan? What does J. Cole do for you that he doesn't do for others? And I think the number one thing that he does is he literally speaks about my life. Like, honestly, what people don't understand is you have to relate to the music somehow. Whether you're a hyper person, you like this hype music, whether you're a sad boy dev and you want to listen to Joji, or whether you're just a lyrical lunatic and you want to listen to top tier lyricism. There's just different kind of people out there, and which is respectable. I always say music is subjective. Yes, I said it. Music is subjective. For that one subscriber likes coming at my head, it is subjective, man. It is whatever you feel like it, because I feel like there is no such thing as bad music. Music will be top tier for each person. For me, man, J. Cole, like, other than, I would say, the whole single father, because I've been blessed to have both of my parents in my life now for 27 years. Damn. Yes, I said it. I will not edit that out. Fuck me. But yeah, man, I've been blessed to have my parents in my life for so long. And, you know, when he speaks on that, he speaks on just relationship type things. Growing up as a teenager, you know, hanging around with a bunch of killers, you know, when they weren't killers, playing Mega Man on Sega Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. He talks about a lot of life stuff that I really relate to him. You know, like, what's your purpose? What's the bigger picture? Money isn't everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go buy these designer clothes. As you can see with J. Cole, he's out there just looking like Predator right now. Like, he really does look like the Predator. And he does not give a damn, because at the end of the day, it's about his family, his friends, and his music and how he feels about his music, not what other people feel. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember, man, people are gonna grind with you or they not. You can't appease everybody. And that's what one thing with J. Cole, he understands. You're not gonna get to everybody. You only gonna get to your fan base. I remember when he told Wale, he's like, look, Wale, you can't even realize, because Wale used to be a bigger artist than he is now. But the thing is, Wale got so wrapped in trying to be a top artist, you know, trying to be the number one, which is not bad. Everybody wants to be the best. You know, whatever you want to do, everybody wants to be an MJ to basketball. You know, everybody wants to be the MJ of rap. I understand that. But you got to also realize, man, you have a fan base. And that's the one thing, too, that stops me from not quitting YouTube. You have a fan base. You have a responsibility. You have people that really, you know, adore you, that really want you to win. And I really do have that as well. And that's why I feel like you just can't, sometimes you can't give up. You got to look at the bigger picture. I always tell people, man, money isn't everything. That's another thing that J. Cole speaks on. Money is not everything, man. Like, you only need enough money to live. After a certain threshold, money just kind of like loses value. The more money you have, the more it loses value. I know that doesn't really make sense, but trust me, man, as you have more money, like, what's money if you don't have family, if you don't have friends, if you're lonely? Like, who really wants you for you at that point? They just want you for your money. So I feel like J. Cole, man, having all this time to kind of like, you know, take a step back and reflect on himself, you know, it's made him a better artist. And the crazy thing is, J. Cole doesn't even drop music you know, yearly. He actually just does his own thing and is still considered a top 5 artist of today. That's the crazy part. You know, the man has impact. I think his tweet got to, he announced his album out of the blue. It got 500,000 retweets, 500,000 likes in a day and a half, man. That's love right there, man. People can say they hate J. Cole all they want, but they are looking for him. I do say that sometimes his raps do get a little boring, but you got to understand, man, he's speaking a story. And if you cannot understand what he's speaking on, like, I know a lot of kids are young out there and they're like, what is J. Cole speaking on? Half of y'all, man, don't even talk on the phone for 12 hours no more at night. Half of y'all don't even sit on generators, you know, looking at the stars with your significant other and, you know, and just hanging out. You know, a lot of people now, what are they doing? They're doing drugs. You know, you're on your phone texting. Do people even talk on the phone nowadays anymore, right? Like, you can't even have a conversation that will last 2 minutes, last 2 hours on a text message. And for me, I used to talk on the phone for 12 hours, switching the batteries with the phones. That's some stuff that he talks about growing up, you know, being in that environment, you know, being the good kid, surrounded by hood niggas, but surrounded by your hood friends who's done wrong, but always looked out for you. That was my story. You know, I grew up around that. You know, I was in a bad environment, but my friends wanted me to succeed because they saw something different in me. And I wasn't in that same situation that my friends were in. You know, they looked out for me. You know, J. Cole is literally his music. If you want to know about my life, like if y'all always want to know and you guys are wondering like what happened to Dev's life, what is Dev's love story, what is all that, like listen to Sideline Story, listen to Lost Ones, you know, listen to Back to the Topic, listen to Stay, listen to Tears for ODB, you know, listen to Crunch, Rise Above, you know, listen to all that. Listen to Trouble. Listen to Trouble. You want to know about me? Listen to Trouble. And that's, I just can't emphasize how much J. Cole has changed my life. And I try to explain that to a lot of people, and they just, I don't understand, man. You know, if you're a rich kid from the suburbs and never had to go through any kind of adversity, then I wouldn't expect you to understand. It's cool. I mean, I'm not mad at you for that. But the one thing, you know, if we were gonna talk about pros and cons, I give you a lot of pros. Some cons about J. Cole, for me at least, I just hope that, you know, like I said, For Your Eyes Only was a storytelling album. I understand what he was doing it for. You know, he had the whole video, the whole documentary thing. It was cool. I watched it all. I'm just hoping that we get, you know, I hope we get a couple sides of J. Cole. I did hear that little snippet, and if you know what, you want my honest opinion, I think that snippet that he did kind of took some shots at mumble rappers. He said, "I do not need a feature." You know, like he kind of sounded like he was rapping like XXXTentacion. Hey, and you know I love X. All right, you know I love X. I feel like X, other than Look at Me, you know, his recent catalog from X has been fire. I love the direction that XXXTentacion has been going in. But if you go to Look at Me, and I feel like that's what J. Cole was kind of like, you know, making fun of, you know, like saying, look, I don't need to be a SoundCloud rapper. I don't need to be this. I do this on my own. I don't need features, bro. I went platinum with no features. That's strong right there. That's definitely strong. I just want some versatility from J. Cole. Just give us something else that you haven't really done. Have fun with this. You know, like that's all I'm saying. Have fun with it. Do it for your fans because we gonna love you regardless. Don't do it for the people that just hate on you. I always say, man, when you're not being yourself, people can see through that. As soon as you stop being true to yourself, it's kind of when you start losing yourself. And I think that, you know, J. Cole has already been through that, losing himself. And I'm just excited, man. Like, y'all don't understand J. Cole. When I know how you guys get when your favorite artist releases something, you guys literally spam me to death. And you guys want me to review it. But for me, J. Cole is my savior. You know, like, and I'm ready for this. And it's only 13, 12 tracks with an intro and an outro. Come on, man. I can kill that. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely enjoy that, not worrying about a 25 album track. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this. I do think that J. Cole's time is ending, though. He is getting a little old. I think he's, 33 now? I believe, 34. Don't quote me on that. I know a lot of y'all fact checkers out there, y'all love to get me on that shit. Like, oh, damn, we about to get him now. We about to get Dev. Nah, bro, get your facts straight. Like, I'm not a top album reviewer. Like, I'm just out here giving my opinions and how I feel about certain music and what I think about it. You know, like, I'm just talking to y'all. So I do think that, you know, this might be his last album, or he may have one more in him. But we are coming to the end of a Cole era. You know, it will not be a Cole world anymore. And kind of sad to say, but you know, legends never die. Remember that. So we're gonna keep it like that, man. Let me know how y'all feel about this, the track list. Let me know which track is kind of like popping out to y'all, which one y'all want to hear. I feel he has a lot of Kill Edward on here, featuring Kill Edward. I don't know who Kill Edward is. You know, J. Cole usually doesn't do features, so maybe that's like his alter ego. I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about the less than 15 tracks. I know a lot of y'all want some more J. Cole, but quality over quantity. You know how I feel about the album cover as well. What y'all think K.O.D's. In the comment box below, let me know what y'all think K.O.D stands for. We're just gonna keep it like that, man. Till the next time, this has been your boy Dev. I said your boy Dev. I cannot talk English. I don't know what. Your boy Dev. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow me on social medias. A lot of y'all know I didn't have a Instagram. You know, Twitter is live too as well. We like to have fun on Twitter. I usually throw like little skits on Twitter or whatnot, or the pre-reactions. If you want to go follow me on Twitter, it's in the about me and my YouTube. I usually don't put it on the video, but it's Miami_Ami. Just go look that shit up. I don't know how to say it. If you want to follow me, follow me. If you don't, you don't. And another thing I wanted to say too that I forgot to actually put in the video, man. Rick Ross spoke on this best. He said, you know, $1 is $1. So I can understand that when you can't support your favorite people or your favorite artists or whoever, because $1 is really, you know, worth a lot that people don't understand. You know, $1 can buy you food. But what people don't understand is a like is free on social media. On any platform, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, a like is free. And people nowadays want to support you so much, but can't even give you a like when a like is free. So if J. Cole's your favorite artist, like he said, and you can't even buy his album, but you say you're a J. Cole supporter. How are you really a supporter? You know, like, I don't know, man. We're gonna keep it like that. Till the next time, this has been your boy Dev. Just a food for thought for y'all, and we out, man.